Hi, friends. Welcome back to a new episode of Tama Tea Time. Cheers, friends. Hopefully, you've got a beverage of some sort because I'm ready to finally sit down and talk with all of you about all of the latest in our favorite virtual pet world, Tamagotchi. All right. So this episode, all right, friends, I'm going to tell you this episode might be maybe it'll be a little chaotic. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll be able to edit it to make it make sense. But I didn't have all the time that I usually have to sit down and outline the things I want to talk about. So we'll see if we're all over the place. If you saw the title to this video, you know today we're talking about merchandising because that is where the real money is made. And we've seen a lot of announcements lately in the world of Tamagotchi that is all about merchandising. All right, so some of you are my age, and maybe you will recognize this quote from my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies in the world. It goes, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
That kids love this one.
I love that quote so much, and this quote or this scene, this movie really inspired me to make this episode because, oh boy, we are seeing a ton of merchandising coming from the Tamagotchi brand. So let's talk about it. All right, I don't know if any of you are super into all of the other things that go along with the Tamagotchi brand, but merchandising has been like nothing new. We've talked about, I think in the past, the clothes that I wear, the things that I buy, you can get Tamagotchi branded almost anything, right? So it's not really new. What's new though is what appears to me to be the brand's focus on merchandising. Previously, the focus seemed to be the Tamagotchi device, and then the merchandising was kind of on the side, where this year, I feel like 2025, we're seeing a real big push and focus on all of the other things that the Tamagotchi brand is doing. I think it was Tara Batty from Bandai US who discussed this in a video. If I will try to link it for you somewhere, but it's really taking the Tamagotchi out of the device. And so we are now here in 2025. Can you believe it's already March 2025? We are seeing the Tamagotchi brand really focus heavily on merchandising. And honestly, the quote from the movie was so funny because it's so true. This is where the real money is made, and I'm really excited to see the Tamagotchi brand get out there and make more things other than a virtual pet. Because if you were not interested in the virtual pet, but you happen to really like the little characters, you can find yourself a fan of the brand without ever having owned a virtual pet. Very, very cool. So I'm really excited about this, but I don't know how the community feels. I feel like I haven't really gotten a pulse or feel on what you guys think about all of this merchandising. Now, I have made videos in the past where I jokingly talked about how they're coming for our wallets, but it really does feel like they are coming for our money with all of this ridiculously cute stuff they're coming out with. Okay, so where the announcements came from, at least for the US, there was a toy fair in New York City. I want to say about a week or two ago. My invite must have gotten lost in the mail. So the New York Toy Fair was like a week or two ago. And of course, Bandai Namco was there with their latest for the Tamagotchi brand. And they showcased a number of different Tamagotchi shells, things that we've already seen released here in the US, or like things that were released around the toy fair. Like, for example, the Darth Vader Tamagotchi Nano, there was the spring-themed Tamagotchi original, and the new Tamagotchi Angel shells that just came out in the beginning of March. So it felt like there was nothing new there, but what they did bring with them was merchandise. That's right. They have new things that were announced, and will be coming to the US, which honestly, I find very exciting because a lot of this merchandise that we've seen previously has been very Japan exclusive. Japan has collaborations and Tamagotchi brand is just everywhere there. And we're starting to see that more here in the US. Two things that they brought with them that kind of stood out to me. The first item is this, it's called Tamagotchi Poop Time. I'm not a real big fan of like toilet or poop humor, but these are ridiculously cute. Okay, I'll put pictures here for you guys. They are little Tamagotchi figures that are trying to go to the bathroom. Okay, but more importantly, they come with these little plastic shells that will hold a Tamagotchi original. So a lot of us have been looking for shells or cases for our original Tamagotchi, and they are finally here and available to purchase. So I did purchase some from Japan because I didn't think that they would be coming to the US, and here they are. We are getting them. I think they've released already by the time I'm talking about this. I think you can get them in the US. I'm not sure if it was like Amazon or if it was specific stores, but they are available for purchase here. You don't have to import them from Japan like I did. Okay, and the second thing they brought to the toy fair is what they're calling Tamagotchi Adventure Companion Backpack with this plush that you can fold up and it can be different characters from the Tamagotchi line. They're calling it a transforming plushie. Okay, so I'll have some pictures here for you, but it looks like it folds in on itself and will transform into different characters going from the baby stage all the way to the adult, which is really cute. I'm loving this little plushie thing. I love anything plushie though. Like I'm obsessed with plushies, so this is a problem for me. I will probably end up buying these. When they come out in the US, I didn't catch a date. I'll put a date here if I like figure it out. But what they did is they took some of the most popular Tamagotchi original shell designs and made them backpacks. So this one here, I don't know, I'm going to put a picture somewhere, is actually one of the original Tamagotchis that I played with. I never made videos about it, but I definitely played with it a lot, maybe throughout the pandemic. Is this like blue with the yellow lightning bolts. Obsessed with this one. And so they turned it into a backpack, and I'm really quite impressed with how cute these are. However, they are marketed and targeted for children, so that'll be interesting to try to wear it or use it. But it might be a nice addition to the collection. I don't know. I feel like Panda Bunny and maybe some other people talked about it through social media. I don't know what your thoughts are on this type of merchandise and all of the things that are coming with Tamagotchi. I'm curious as to what you think about it. I'm excited to see the brand expand. I would have liked to have seen some new announcements, but March is a little early for the Tamagotchi brand to announce anything new. So those two items from the toy show are not the only things that I am personally excited about that are coming out for Tamagotchi that aren't actual virtual pet devices. There are two other things that I'm really kind of excited about. I don't need any more things in my house, but I do really like the way these Nano blocks look. I feel like these Nano blocks were announced a while ago. I'm a fan of Legos. I mean, I don't go crazy with collecting them, but I do like to put them together, mostly for my friends' kids when they're trying to build stuff. But I love the look of these Nano blocks. I think some of them are really cute. Some of them are like really goofy looking. I probably will pre-order one of these, but they are up for pre-order on Amazon US now. That is one of the things I'm really excited about. That will be coming out later this year in September. Kind of cool to see Tamagotchi do a collaboration with Nano blocks. It's not Legos, but you know, it's something that you can still build and put together yourself. The other thing The second thing that I'm excited about for the Tamagotchi brand is actually this like makeup line that I think has already been released in Japan, or like is going to be released in Japan first, and it's coming out in the US later this year. I think it's like August. We'll be seeing, like, they're calling it like lip and cheek tint, but really what I'm excited about is the cases the makeup comes in is little Tamagotchi shells. They open up and then there's makeup inside. I'm not really a big makeup person, but I do really like this little angel shell that I'm gonna put a picture of here for you. That was the original Tamagotchi angel that I had back in the 90s. So yeah, I kind of feel like I need to get this like makeup. Pre-orders are up for that as well if you're interested. I did not pre-order anything. I kind of feel like I'm just gonna wait and maybe purchase it when it's released. But they're there up on the Amazon pre-order page if you are interested. So that is not all of the Tamagotchi merchandise that is coming this year, but those are the things that came to the toy fair and some of the things that I'm really excited about that are coming out in the US this year. I'm sure there'll be more announcements because it's very clear to me right now, based on things that have been said at the toy fair, that the brand is really focusing on taking the Tamagotchi out of the device and merchandising this year. I think this is where they're going to really make money and find more new fans of the brand. People who are just interested in the characters and maybe not interested in running a virtual pet. But yeah, that's all the merchandise that I'm excited about. But I mean, if you are looking for more information, I always tell people to go to Tama Palace, the website, all the latest news for Tamagotchi, way more than even I cover on this channel. There's just too much to cover, honestly. There are so many collaborations and so many things happening in Japan, and some of that stuff is coming over to the US this year. So if you want your latest up-to-date news, I recommend checking out Tama Palace. Get all of that. For any other merchandise that will be coming this year, there's a ton of things. So there's a lot to be excited for this year. So where, do you ask, can you purchase any of this merchandise that I've been talking about? Great question. You can purchase it on Amazon.com. I think I've talked about that. I mentioned that pre-orders are available there. But there is another way to get Tamagotchi merchandise, especially if you are living in the United States. And I think England is also getting something special soon. But there are physical stores and pop-ups that you can go to if you live in the area or traveling in the area. The first one is at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. There is a Bandai store, a Bandai Namco store. So it doesn't sell just Tamagotchi. There's all sorts of Bandai branded things. So there is that. That's already open. There is a brand new, just opened Bandai Namco cross store. So that is a collection of all sorts of branded Bandai Namco merchandise available for purchase, where Tamagotchi has its own huge section. If you are looking for information about any of those spots to go shopping for your Tamagotchi merchandise, To Love L, one of our great community members, has made a ton of content about those locations. So I would recommend checking her out. I will link her because her videos are amazing. Okay, so check them out. And then if you happen to live on the West Coast, there is a pop-up shop. It actually is only going on for the next like 2-ish months, but in San Jose, there will be a Tamagotchi specific pop-up shop. So it's not all the Bandai Namco things, but it is strictly Tamagotchi pop-up shop where I'm sure you can buy any of this merchandise and whatever Tamagotchi shells are available. So that is exciting to see more and more of this brand show up in the real world. It's not just purchasing things online and getting them shipped to you, though that is super convenient. But you can, if you happen to live in these areas or be traveling to these areas, you can check out Tamagotchi merchandise in person in a store. And I mentioned England earlier because I believe London will be getting the next Bandai Namco Cross store. So if you live in England, you are going to have your very own Cross store, which is so exciting. I missed the grand opening. I heard it was very busy down in New York City. So I am hoping to be able to go there at some point and share my experience with all of you. But man, I cannot believe that Tamagotchi is so prevalent in the real world. You can find it in a store or wherever, and that makes me so happy. Okay, speaking of other things that make me happy, Bandai also announced during the Toy Fair this year that they will be going on tour and they will be traveling all around the United States, taking the Tamagotchi brand all over. They have not announced any of the locations yet, which I am like anxiously awaiting. But there is one event that has been announced. It's a spring celebration, and it's happening at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, which is only 2.5 hours from my current location. I am so excited for the possibility to get out there, go to a Tamagotchi event, and potentially meet some of you in real life. I'm so excited. I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to bring all my stuff, bring my Tamagotchis. I cannot wait to meet those of you that will be there. The event is the last weekend in March. It's like the March 29th or 30th. So if you're watching this before then, I'm getting ready to go. And if you're watching afterwards, sorry I missed you, but I will be vlogging and making content about it. So as long as nothing crazy happens, as long as I don't get sick or something doesn't happen to anyone in my real life, I will be attending the spring celebration with all of you. So whoever can make it there, I cannot wait to meet you. If you see me, wave hi, come introduce yourself. I will have several of my Tamagotchis so that I can connect them with all of yours. Cannot wait to meet you guys in real life. Getting some Tamagotchi merchandise, meeting people in real life. This is what it's all about. And I'm so excited for the brand and everything that's to come this year. I'm still not convinced that we'll see a new Tamagotchi device this year, but maybe we will. Maybe that's why they're going on tour. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of things that could happen, and I'm so excited. So I'm going to wrap this up because I've been rambling for a while. If you've listened all the way through, drop me like a little moon or a sun emoji in the comments below. Let me know you listened till the end. If you happen to be able to go to the spring celebration event, tell me in the comments below. I'll look for you, and I will see you in the next one. There's going to be hopefully ton of fun content coming for you soon. So friends, I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Bye.